are luxury seats because we all want to see princesses. I'm going back to Disneyland Paris and my girl math goes like this. In this video, I'm going to share a few Disneyland Paris secrets with you. Who am I to talk? I've been to Disneyland Paris ever since I was a little girl and probably more than 50 times. And also my sister used to be a cast member. So I have all the inside secrets. And I cannot wait to go again in a few months, and this time I'm going to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, and that has been a dream forever since I can remember. And I'm truly counting down the days. Hi, I'm Savannah, a luxury travel content creator. On Maps and Suitcases you'll find travel vlogs, luxury hotel review vlogs, travel tips, and everything that has anything to do with Disneyland. I post my weekly videos on Friday and my weekly vlogs are coming live on Wednesday. Let's talk Disneyland today. For this video, I have worn my special Disney sweater with Pegasus from Hercules. Secret 1 is about princesses, because we all want to see princesses in Disneyland. If you want to be where the princesses are, or you want to meet some princesses, there are a few things you can do. First, there is the Princess Pavilion, but there's usually a pretty long line there and you never know which princess you're gonna get. Option 2 is having lunch at Auberge de Cendrillon. There are quite a few similar princesses I've seen there. I usually see the same princesses there. Aurora, Merida, Cinderella, the cute mice of Cinderella. And those are pretty ones, the one that I always see. And the third option is a new place where you can spot a lot of Disney princesses and you can see them all over there. Is the Disneyland Hotel. And you can guess why I am going to the Disneyland Hotel. I am so excited. There are a few princesses that I've never seen, which are Belle, and I believe I also never seen Mulan before. And I'm so excited mostly about Belle because, you know, Belle is like, I love her. So yeah, I am super excited about that. It's just like a dream come true. So I'll let you guys know, of course, if it's worth it. You are paying the big bucks for the Disneyland Hotel. But it totally makes sense to me because it's a 5-star hotel, so you pay more for a 5-star hotel. And people are still complaining that it's so expensive, and I'm like, yeah, so is the Four Seasons. Think about that. And I'm still deciding between the normal Castle Club room or one of the themed suites. With the themed suites, you have Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Aurora, and Rapunzel. Let me know in the comments which one you think I should get. Secret number 2 is that if you walk through the parks, sometimes you will see like a random tent with nothing. So just a random tent with nothing. If you see one of those, that means that a character is coming. So they don't put up a sign or something which character is coming. But if you see those tents, that means that one is going to come. You don't know if they are going to come within 10 minutes or within half an hour, but you know they are going to come. So if you don't want to get at the end of the line, make sure to be there so that you can be the first that takes a picture or gets an autograph or anything like that. That's why they put up the tents. They usually don't put princesses here, but more like the villains or the normal characters. And the more often you go to these parks, the more you see and realize, okay, each character has their steady location. For example, I know exactly where to find Winnie the Pooh. I know exactly where to find Stitch. I know exactly where to find the Queen of Hearts. They all have like specific locations in the park. Right when you enter the park, Winnie the Pooh is there on the left side. When you move towards Main Street USA, then at the end of Main Street USA, on the left side, you have Stitch. And then on that same location on the right side, you usually have Tigger and Eeyore. I'm going back to Disneyland Paris in June, and I'm going to explore Disneyland Tokyo for the very first time. I am so excited. In November. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my Disneyland vlogs. Secret number 3, if you're staying at one of the Disneyland hotels, you get earlier access to the park. Now this isn't really a secret, but there are just a lot of people that don't know this or don't pay attention to it. I don't know, but they don't know it. So here you have it. You have earlier access if you are a guest at one of the Disneyland hotels. And you want to use this time strategically. You want to use this time to get to the busiest rides during the day so that you are there first. It can be Crush's Coaster in the Disneyland Studios park. It can be Peter Pan's Flight in Fantasyland. My favorite? The Big Thunder Mountain in Frontierland. Those get the busiest the fastest. So make sure that you use that time to get in line at that ride where you want to go, the ride of your preference, so that you don't have to wait that long. You can still choose to go again at somewhere in the middle of the day, but then you at least had that ride without a long waiting time. Secret 4, speaking of long waiting times, you don't have to. Make sure to get premier access for the rides. That means for the Americans among us, it means the fast lane. So that lane usually takes about 10 minutes, while the normal lane, the usual lane, can take from maybe 30 minutes to, I've seen 2 hours, longer even than 2 hours. And a lot of people say, that's such a waste of time, I'm not doing that. But if you really think about it, I know for a fact that, for example, 2 premier access seats for the Peter Pan flight, if you don't purchase them up front, but if you purchase them at the spot, 2 for the Peter Pan flight is about 35 euros. Now I know that the normal waiting time at the Peter Pan flight during the day is about 2 hours. The fast lane is about 10 to 15 minutes. So, in my opinion, you are winning an hour and 45 minutes at least if you purchase those 2 seats for 35 euros. And what is more important? You know, you are there to enjoy Disneyland. There are only that many hours in a day. There are only those opening times. Don't you want to get like the most of it? Because you're not in Disneyland every day. And my girl math goes like this. You don't have the premier access and you'll save about 35 euros per ride, but you're losing for most rides at least an hour or more in Disneyland time. Then what is that 35 euros if you lose a whole hour? Shut up and take my money. If you're really into Disneyland content, then make sure that you follow me on Instagram as well, as I share Disneyland content weekly. And even more when I'm at Disneyland in a few months. And let me know in the comments what Disneyland content you would like to see more of. Secret number 5, the parades. Depending on which side you stand when it comes to parades. If you're someone who loves the parades, like me, I love the parades. Then look up the time of the parade that you want to watch and book a table either at Waltz or at Plaza Garden and ask for a table by the window so that you can watch the parade. Those are luxury seats, my friend. If you're someone who's not really that into the parades, then also look up the times of the parades and make sure that you're somewhere in the line of a ride or something, because it gets super busy on the road where they pass. So avoid Main Street and Fantasyland at all costs, and the rest of Disneyland is free of the parades. Now that you know these Disneyland Paris secrets, I know that you are going to enjoy it so much more than you were already going to. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the Disneyland vlogs, amazing things that are coming in the next few months. See you next week!